Before getting started, do not press the like button if you're not a supporter of the arts. Do not subscribe if you measure success by the number of zeros in your bank account. Maybe share this video with your crypto bros, so you can all have a good laugh about people whose greatest ambition is to tell stories. Because for us, it's not about the big house, the fancy car, the designer clothes. We don't even care about being famous anymore. Our wildest dream is paying the bills by doing something that we love, instead of working at
an Amazon fulfillment center, the service industry, any corporate job.
Putting storytelling before a steady paycheck. What a bunch of assholes. That's us. Again, so
Yeah,
I'm thinking, let me show you the setup.
gotcha.
Before every podcast, people can roam free in the apartment and pick any knickknacks you want to decorate your space.
Yeah.
You will be sitting here in this nook while I get ready. Have a look around, get whatever you want.
Gotcha.
We have music boxes, you can go in my bedroom, you can go in the kitchen, anything that pleases you.
Amazing, thank you. What do we got here? Let's see. So we got this because I think it's a great idea because, you know, that's me. I love this paranoia. That is kind of cool. What do we got over here? Perfect.
That's it.
Yeah?
I'll give you a light buzz in 1 hour.
Wunderbar.
Jack, thank you so much for being here today.
Of course, it's a pleasure.
How many podcasts have you recorded in your lifetime?
This would be my first.
Nice.
Yeah,
How pumped are you?
I am pumped.
Cool. So, do you know where the cameras are?
Ba ba ba.
Okay, so you can make eye contact with me. You can make eye contact with the master
Yeah.
camera. And you can make eye contact with your camera, which
Yeah.
is my camera over here.
Yeah.
For me. Jack Field.
Yes.
Where are you from?
I am from Boston, Massachusetts, specifically Newburyport, Massachusetts.
Do you know why I'm asking this question?
I don't know.
Okay, where are we right now?
We are in Ealing. We are in London, England.
Cool. So, have you watched Indiana Jones?
Yes.
Okay, you know when they travel, there is the overlay with the
Yeah.
plane. Okay, depending on how lazy I feel, I might or might not do the overlay with, Boston, Massachusetts.
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
You always end up saying there's a in-joke in Massachusetts where we call it massive two shits or massive two tits or massive chew. Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Massive two tits.
Yeah.
Alright. I was not trying, I'm just saying massive two tits. Yeah, for shits and giggles.
Yeah, yeah.
How did we meet?
Well, we met.
At Met.
Yeah, we met at Met. But I'm pretty sure it was from, because I was starting to do some sound work, and then I reached out to Jasmina, and Jasmina referred me over to you the first one that we did was, because Truth or Test was the last one, it was Price You Pay. It's Price You Pay. And
Yes.
I did sound on that. I worked with Nick for the first time, Nicholas, I love him.
Nicolas Gennone.
Yeah.
Do you know that Nick is not going to be part of this round of interviews because he's training for climbing something.
Yes.
You know.
I don't know exactly, but I know that he climbs a lot.
He does.
He trains like hell.
So we met at Met Film. Huh?
Yeah.
We are both film students. So shall we go with hard questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What is your plan to paying the bills after school?
Well, I do have my own sound equipment. That was something I did when I went back to America, is I purchased my own sound stuff because I learned really quickly that, sound is probably the best way for you to get hired because there's a lot of opportunity within the sound jobs and sound world for filmmaking.
Okay.
But also, I'm going to be renting out my equipment and I'm not selling it yet, but renting it on websites like Fat Llama and stuff like that to get some money as well to keep on going. But what I really want to do is, I'm a writer at heart, I'm a storyteller, and that's something I really want to I really want to do more of, and something that I've been doing a lot of writing, a lot of research stuff, and that'll tie into other questions. But yeah, I've just, other than renting out my equipment, a lot of it is doing editing work online, doing some sound design work, doing whatever I can to stay in London and to keep living the dream.
I hope you get to make a living now with even with the sound only.
Yeah.
Because that's a good one, and it's a fun one.
Yeah.
So people watching this podcast, they might know nothing about how the sausage is made. Would you like to spend a couple of minutes talking about what the sound people do on the set?
So typically we have a sound recordist and boom operator typically, but what I've learned is that there's a way to combine both of those roles, but let's talk about what they do specifically. So a boom operator holds the big stick up in the air with the microphone at the end of it, and you capture all the audio, you go back and forth, capturing all the audio that you can from anybody speaking.
We don't have one here because I forgot to rent it, but basically it's an expandable broomstick with a thing called a dead cat at the end.
Yeah.
Which looks like a dead cat, but there's a microphone inside.
Yeah, and then the sound recordist just uses a external piece of hardware, and they press record, and they mix it, and they lower or increase volumes and different decibels, which is the measurement of sound. And sometimes, I mean, what I have is I have a little adapter thing for my boom pole that allows me to do sound recording and boom operating at the same time, which is quite useful.
What is the kryptonite of the sound recordist?
Kryptonite of the sound recordist? I'd probably say one thing that's really annoying is planes, especially where we film around Ealing in London. Planes are the worst, and it's horrible.
For the people not in London, like from the States or whatever, we live very close to Heathrow Airport, one of the main airports, so we get a plane landing every 2 minutes. Imagine you're a movie set and you're a director, and there is this very emotional scene, and the actors are giving their 1000%, and then afterwards the director checks with the actors, he checks with the cinematographer, and they usually totally forget about the sound recordist, and then that's when the sound recordist say, actually, can we do another one because it was a plane? Yeah, but that's the way the world goes.
Yeah.
What is an Atmos track?
An Atmos track
The
is
unsung hero of the unsung heroes.
Yeah, it's we typically film it either at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day, and that's just filming. An Atmos track is just filming the atmosphere of the room, so that we can we can layer that over everything else at the end when we're in the editing stages, so that it all sounds natural and it doesn't sound odd.
So rooms, they don't have they're not vacuum. So if you go quiet right now in your room, you're gonna hear there is a sound, and that's the room tone or the Atmos track that we need to record at every different location. If you forget to record it, big deal. Not good. Don't be a klutz. Record room tone. Let's talk about New Year resolution.
Gotcha.
I'm Luigi. I'm recording this podcast, and I'm trying to stick with recording one episode every week, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm not a consistent person. So instead, what I'm doing is I have this equipment, and I just compressed a bunch of interviews at the beginning of January. So even though this one is gonna be broadcast at some point, like in March, February, May, whatever, we're gonna talk about New Year's resolution because it's half January. How are you doing?
For New Year's resolution, well, one thing I've really been trying to work on is I'm trying to do more writing. It's something that I came to film school to do to start with. And I've been doing a lot of research on how to write screenplays. I've been analyzing some of my favorite screenplays. My favorite screenplays right now that I've been doing a lot of analyzing for have been Perks of Being a Wallflower and then 500 Days of Summer. I really enjoy how they tell very traumatic stories and very deeply character-driven stories, and the way that they can explore different characters over the course of 100 pages of script.
I'm gonna be a horrible host and put you in the spot.
Go on.
Can you turn any of the two movies you mentioned? Can you turn them into a log line?
A log line.
Boom! Quick, right
Shit.
now.
Okay. 500 Days of Summer. Okay. So I forget the characters' names, but a Smiths fan falls in love with a woman who doesn't want what he wants in a relationship. That is a horrible logline. Don't quote me on that. I need to get more I need to get more practice in. But let's do perks.
Don't apologize. I have one better. Instead of apologizing, this is gonna be broadcast. It's gonna go on YouTube. Challenge the people watching this to do a better job in the comments.
Do a better job at doing a log line for either perks or for 500 Days Summer in the comments, because yeah, that was a struggle.
Yeah, challenge, bitch. The anti-bucket list. Do you know what it is?
Would you do me the favor of reminding me?
Okay, so what is one experience you did, but you will never do again because it was shit?
Okay, I'm not gonna name names because I'm better than that. There was this one project I signed up for, which I signed up for it because I was told that, oh, it'll be a simple job, you don't, it's just mainly for networking, you'll have fun, you can be an extra, and it was for a music video shoot. So that was for a Spark job, and if you know me, I stick away from lighting because that is a very mathematically driven, there's a lot of stuff that goes on with that I'm just really, I leave it to the professionals. So I get to the set, and the first part of the day is really good. I'm just moving things around. I tell my gaffer, I'm saying, hey, I've been told that this is going to be a really simple shoot and that nothing's going on. Just let me know what I can do. So the first part of the day goes well. Second part of the day doesn't go great because they expect me to know how to set up all the lights. They expect me to be an actual Spark and be like professional. The gaffer didn't have any decision in hiring the Spark. So, yeah. So I didn't know what I was doing. So I ended up talking to the gaffer being like, hey, I kind of been misled on this project of what I was supposed to be doing. I think you might need somebody a bit more advanced and a bit more knowledgeable on what to actually do. And then we talked about it, and then we're on a good page. It ended really well. They're a really great gaffer. They're really lovely person. But yeah,
Never
again.
Yeah,
Never again.
Hard truths. What is something you're struggling with at the moment? I'm gonna start with what I'm struggling with, and then if you feel like sharing what you're struggling with, you go for it. So the thing I'm struggling with at the moment is stop comparing myself to others. Every time I go on Instagram and I see somebody doing something, I feel like, damn, I'm falling behind. And I should stop comparing myself to others because we're all going on different journeys, and comparing myself to others makes me very unhappy. What is something you're struggling with at the moment?
I definitely say something similar. It's a lot of FOMO, and it's a lot of, like, you'll see people doing projects or on shoots or coming up with different things, doing fundraisers and charities, and not charities, doing like GoFundMes for their projects and stuff like that. And then that'll make me feel like, what am I doing? Like, am I not, I'm falling behind. I'm trying not to compare other people's work and what they're doing to me. Because a lot of the times when I'm on shoots and it feels good to be on shoots and to post about it and to be like, oh, I'm working on something right now, because it makes you feel productive and look productive. But it's okay to not be productive 24/7. It's okay that other people are doing something and you might not be there yet, and you might need some time to start working on something. And then when you do eventually work on something, then they will feel the FOMO. So that's one of the things within the film industry. It's that it's just everybody's working on something, and if you're not working on something, it's you feel like shit.
Okay, so basically your recommendation is FOMO exchange.
Yeah.
Get FOMO, give FOMO.
Exactly.
You said something about it's okay to not be productive 24/7.
Yeah.
What is your guilty pleasure where you're not productive?
Ooh, guilty pleasure. It's really hard for me, as a lot of people I've been around would say, because I like to constantly be moving. I like to constantly be cleaning, making sure that everything's good. And if I don't have anything to do, it's really, really difficult. But I love video games. I just got the new Indiana Jones game that came out, and just started playing that. That's really fun. It's a really good game. And I definitely say it's my guilty pleasure. If it's not that, then it's music. I love playing guitar. But even then, that becomes a project.
You play.
I do, yeah.
Would you like to play something for us?
Ooh, fuck it.
So I saw that your selection was Jack of Spades and the game Incoherent, and the bottle of gin, the guitar, and the lighter. Would you like to play something?
Let's see. We shall see if this goes well, because if not, because I do not have anything in my mind.
Okay. Do you know any songs by heart? Also, the guitar is not tuned. You know how to tune the guitar. I'm very impressed. I have to use the thing on my phone. If you tell me what you're gonna play, I'm gonna look for the lyrics so I can sing along. So.
The ivy and your hospital bed. This was no accident, this was a therapeutic chain of events. This is the scented skin on the linoleum floor. Oh god, I'm losing my place. It's hard to sing and play guitar at the same time, especially when not prepared. But
Who taught you how to play the guitar?
well, I kind of taught myself. Back in COVID times, whew, that sweat.
That was your COVID project.
Kinda. During COVID and a bit before COVID, my sister had a guitar that my uncle gave her when she was really into Taylor Swift and she really wanted to learn how to play. She never really got really big into it, so I saw it just around my house and I started picking it up and playing it. That wasn't a great example of my playing. If you want to see probably a little bit better example, you can check out a couple things on my Instagram. But
Link in the description.
But yeah, music really helped me. I've always been really big into music, whether it be record collecting or making music or anything like that. It's always been really big therapy.
You didn't check out my records.
You have records there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see them before.
I also have a record player up there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Very stashed.
That's brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
But I love concerts. I love going to gigs.
And do you want a record to hold during the interview?
Yes. Let's see.
Stay there.
Yes.
Go back. Again. Tell a record and see if I have it. Let's play
God.
a little game.
I don't even know what you're into. Do you know the Strokes?
No.
The Clash.
No.
Depeche Mode?
No.
This one might be fun.
I do stuff with keep going.
Alright, Franz Ferdinand.
No, but if you go back to that period of before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the 2000s. Okay. Interpol.
No.
Okay. David Bowie?
No, but we're getting closer.
Okay. Let me think. Måneskin.
No,
Great Italian band.
way back.
Way back. Okay. Bob Dylan?
Yes!
Yeah, okay, we got Bob Dylan.
Okay, we got Bob Dylan. We have...
I love that record.
yeah.
I haven't heard all of it. I need to get it. But this has Hurricane on it, which... Song is controversial because Bob Dylan does say the N-word in it, but it's a great song, a great story, and the movie's great. So, Complete Unknown, not sponsored, but we love Timothée Chalamet, so...
Interesting that you mentioned the N-word. We have a new segment called Cancel Roulette.
Yes, and Bob Dylan probably should be cancelled for that.
So obviously, one without saying even back then, they should not have said the N-word.
Yeah.
Okay. But there are some things about cancel culture, and it's getting out of control. So this segment is about... say something that is totally acceptable now, but will get you cancelled in 10 years.
Oh God. Let's see. Something that could cancel me in 10 years' time. I've probably already said a lot of that in the past, but that's because I was a teenager in quarantine, and my friends will know that phase of me, and that was a bit and a half. But let's see, something that could get me canceled in 10 years' time. A lot that comes with drinking culture is mostly placebo effect. A lot of people will drink to get that confidence, but it's just, you could drink water if it was a little bit diluted and somebody could say it was alcohol, and it would have the same effect with the placebo effect. So a lot of people turn to alcohol or stuff like that to get that confidence, but most of the time it's placebo.
10 years now, we're gonna be cancelled because you used to drink to get confidence.
Yeah. It's funny though, because I didn't start drinking actually until probably, I want to say, December of last year. I never really drank a lot, and then
Because you were in the States before,
yeah,
right?
and I didn't really interest me that much, but because one of my older friends recommended me to drink rum and ginger beers, which I despised, and it didn't interest me. I didn't enjoy it.
Wait, what? Rum and ginger beer?
Yeah, ginger beer. It's not great, but he said it was really good. They said it was really good. I think they go by he, they pronouns still.
Oh, okay, wait, so it's not... Okay, so it's rum and ginger beer.
Yeah, it's kind of like root beer.
Because I thought it was a beer
With rum. That would be gross.
made like rum and ginger. And that sounded disgusting.
Yeah, it's not great anyways.
I hate ginger.
I know, me too. That's why I dyed my hair.
I mean,
That's horrible.
that is something that's gonna get me cancelled in 10 years. I'm hating ginger. What does your... what do... Okay, I want to talk about what gave you the idea of becoming a filmmaker. So let's start with your parents, your family. Can you tell me more about them? How many siblings do you have?
Well, I have 3 younger siblings. I have my sister who's 18, my brother who's 16, and my youngest sister who's 13. So quite a packed household.
Okay.
My mum and my dad was born in Hammersmith in London. My mum was born in Maine in America. They met in Disney World in Florida, of all places. Because my dad studied business, so he went, international business, so he went over to Florida because they did a bunch of big business conferences there. And then my mum and my dad met. My dad with my mum to go to a club, and they danced, and they did the long distance thing for a bit.
Okay.
Then my mum moved over, had me, had my sister, moved back because they wanted to have more kids in London. It's still expensive, but it was a little less expensive in 2008, I want to say, but still expensive for 4 kids.
Damn, it is.
I know, but yeah, and my dad always pushed me. He was really, I love my dad a lot. He gave me a lot of support, even to this day, and my mom the same. And it's always been amazing to have their support and their love, just pushing me to do things I love.
Shout out to my mom and dad as well.
Yeah.
What do they do by trade, your parents?
Well, my dad, he used to own he still owns a credit card processing company, which is as fun as it sounds. Before PayPal and before Venmo and this stuff was a lot more prominent.
Mm-hmm.
So that was he started that company in the 90s, worked with a bunch of international banks, a lot of that stuff. A lot of business stuff. It's, yeah, I'm really always proud of him for creating his own business. He was very much in the mindset of like wanting to not be governed by anyone, wanting to make his own decisions.
What about your mother?
My mom, well, she used to be really big in the fashion world. She used to do some buying and selling for different companies. But then when she settled down with my dad, she got another degree in health sciences, and now she's a licensed nutritionist. But she also teaches at a gym back home. She teaches classes, and I attend those when I can. But shout out to Fuel back in Newburyport, Massachusetts.
What about hobbies? What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun?
No, them, your parents.
Oh, my parents.
Yeah.
My dad does a lot of tennis. He used to play a lot of football with a lot of his friends back home. But yeah, getting older, he switched over to tennis, and my dad's very obsessed. He's very, very big into his work, and yeah, that keeps him very busy a lot. He's very much in the mindset of, oh, I don't need to hire anybody else to do jobs, and I'll try to do everything himself, which has transferred over to me, which makes me a stubborn bastard. But yeah, and my mom, she does a lot of What does my mom do? She does a lot of. Oh god, I just touched the mic. That was a nice one. My
Touch
mom.
the
My mom does a lot of. Oh my god. Between raising 3 kids and drive everybody around everywhere, she does do a lot of nutritionalist stuff and like gym stuff. I don't know, a lot of that stuff. It's lost.
I guess for fun she just sleeps.
Yeah.
At this point. So basically, none of them is in the film industry.
None, no.
And they don't particularly do something creative per se. Where is your desire of telling story comes from?
Well, a lot of. I started really young. A lot of people, filmmakers, do this. I've heard this a couple times, but I used to make Lego stop motion videos back in the day, or just stop motion in general. I loved the format and I loved working with it. It was just fun for a kid to do, and stories. I mean, I really clung to films in COVID times, and I had a really depressive era, teenage years as one does, and films always were kind of there to kind of escape reality a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Whether it be your Indiana Joneses, your 500 Days of Summers, your Perks of Being a Wallflowers. I'm referencing those films because those are some of my favorites. But yeah.
I also had a big coming of age phase. Like I came home really sad, and I put on a coming of age movie. There is one called The Way Back.
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
No, I haven't. No.
There is this kid. He gets a summer job in a water park, and Sam Rockwell manages the water park.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
I think. When did that one come out?
Way back.
Oh god. Because the plot sounds familiar. I had a similar thing with the film Licorice Pizza, which came out a while ago. It was a really cute little glimpse at a moment in time where, teenagers growing up, and we have a little cinema room downtown in my hometown where me and my best friend Nick, we went to go see the film, and that movie was a fever trip and a half. The weird storytelling I didn't like that much, but it was fun.
I haven't watched Licorice Pizza. I know it's PTA, Paul Thomas Anderson, and some of his movies are hit and miss, like Punch Drunk Love, Hidden Rent Vice, etc. etc. Sell Licorice Pizza.
It's a really fun 70s coming of age film with some great cast and it's just a lot of fun. If you want to watch Licorice Pizza, I definitely recommend the film. If you just want to have a nice little 70s little stint, have the lights on, like some nice oranges in the room, get that nice vibe going, and just vibe out to it, just enjoy it for what it is, and that's just a nice slice of life, which is, I don't think it's exactly a slice of life. Don't beat me up in the comments from that, because I don't know my genres as best as I could, but it's a lot of fun, and it's a wild ride. So I definitely recommend the film.
Any iconic scenes from the movie?
Oh god, it's been a while since I watched the film. I really need to rewatch it. I remember. Oh god, I remember the lead character, the guy being an absolute. He was a bit of a prick.
Bradley Cooper?
Yeah, I think it was Bradley Cooper. It must have been. I don't remember, but I remember one of the lead actresses is in the band Haim, which is a great band. I've seen them at we have a music festival back home called Boston Calling, and great band. But I forget her name. I think it was Alana. Is one of the sisters in the band who was in the movie. She did an amazing job. I think that was one of her I don't think it was her debut, but it was one of her earlier films.
Okay.
Just really great acting. I don't remember any scenes or any lines. I'm horrible. Last time I saw the film was like 2017 or 20. I don't know. It was a while ago. Don't catch me out on that.
Wait, why? It was 10 years ago.
I don't know when the film came out. It was a while ago. I remember.
Google it, please.
Let's Google it. Let's see. Let's get fact checks going.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the pause to have a look at my stuff.
2021. Okay, not 2017.
Still.
It was 2021. But yeah, 4 years ago. I'm ancient.
Let's do something fun.
Yeah.
Camera roll.
Yeah.
You show the camera your camera roll, and you show the latest picture you took.
Latest picture
I do a show and tell.
Okay, let me do that.
Okay, so there are some rules here.
Yeah.
Okay, if the latest picture you took is not kosher, you cannot show it, obviously.
Okay.
But you have to tell it's not kosher, and we leave people guessing.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you show it or not?
Yeah, I can. It's definitely kosher. I took it last night because my partner and I, we went to go see the Michael Jackson musical It was my second time seeing it because
Okay.
I dragged them around along because I was able to convince them while they were cooking, and I just said, "Hey, you want to come see this musical with me?" And they said, "Yeah, sure." And they liked it. They didn't think they would, but they did, and that was nice.
What did your partner think? They liked it?
They did. They really
Okay.
did, and I was really glad.
Okay, what's in the pic?
And what's in the pink? What's in the pic? Not pink. God, it was a pic of me in front of the Dunkin' Donuts,
Okay.
which is in Soho. It's very prominent back home in Boston. We have them all over New England, and it's fun to see every time I walk past it, because they have a few Dunkin' Donuts in London in general, in England, but they're not as good as they are back home. But it's just a fun little memory.
Who inspires you?
Who inspires me? This might be a controversial one. So Michael Jackson's always been a huge inspiration to me ever since I was a kid.
Okay.
I know people, allegations, yada yada, but he always did really great things for charity and for people around the world, and
Keep talking.
did a lot out of love. And I mean, the musical in general. I could just go on and on. Michael Jackson is one of the things I've been obsessed with since I was a kid.
Do you know the song Thriller by Michael Jackson?
Of course.
Again, do you know what's on the cover of the album?
Cover of the album for Thriller, you have Michael Jackson in a white suit and a black shirt, and he has a tiger on his thing. In the original one, not in this one, there is, I will show that. I'll send that to you, because in the original photo shoot, he did actually have a tiger.
For the people that don't know about records,
Exactly. There we go. It's in the insert.
so they open, they also smell funky.
One of the best albums of all time, genuinely. I actually prefer Off the Wall, which was his first solo album. Well, not really first. He had some singles, I think, but that was not really. Doesn't really count.
The one I don't have. So Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, Edgar Wright, who I just love his style of filmmaking and style of storytelling as well, as well as who else? Again, another controversial one, Oscar Wilde. He's
What? Okay.
he's an actual dickhead, and he's a total knobhead in history, but he's a really great writer, and he used. I need to get more into him and a lot of his other works, but Picture of Dorian Gray is one of my favorite books ever written, and I think he's brilliant.
Have you watched The Substance?
The Substance.
Yes.
It's on my list. I've heard it's really good.
Do you know the story, roughly?
I know that somebody takes something to look younger. I think.
Okay.
It's
Do you
like an Ozempic thing.
Any analogies with Dorian Gray? What do you think?
I wish I knew more about the story, but I'm pretty sure it does a decent
Alright.
it does a decent recreation of some of the theming.
Do you have ambitions to tell your own stories, and why? Why would you like to tell stories?
I'd like to tell stories because stories were really there for me, whether it be books, video games, movies, TV shows. They were there for me in a dark spot, and I've always been one to tell stories. I've always been one to have interest in creating, and it's one of my favorite things in this world is being able to just. One thing I did a lot when I was really struggling to adapt to being in London was I walked around. I forget what the park's called, Walpole Park over here, but with the big mansion, Pitzhanger, whatever it's called, manor. And I would come up with ideas, and I would just walk along that. I would do laps around that park, coming up with ideas, and creating for me is one of my favorite things about being a human, about being alive, is that we can create things that have such impact on the rest of the world. And as much as, animals that can put their paw prints, and like dogs or cats that can paint things can try,
Yeah.
Humanity is such, in our society that we've built, is so influenced by art and creation, and it's something that's so unique to us as humans, which is something I really enjoy.
It's like a universal experience.
It is, yeah.
Nice. I have another hard truth moment.
Let's go.
Let's say you're not gonna make it as a filmmaker or even working as a sound recordist or renting your kit. What is your back plan? What is how would you like to get your soul crushed?
Ooh, that's a fun one. I've thought about it a lot. Coming from one of three, and I mean, I went to school in London at first because it was cost efficient, and going to film school, there's a lot of jobs in the industry that would be able to give me some pay. So a lot of it was about financials. So I do have a backup plan. My backup plan, and what I am actually currently planning on doing, is after I graduate from film school this September, I think around, I don't know how that works, but somewhere around that, I'm going to take a year off, use my degree, do what I can, get on sets, try to get some money together. I've saved up some money so that year works good and I don't have to worry about much. And then in the next year, try to get a master's in English, because being a teacher is something I've always aspired to be, either later in my life or just something in general.
Not fair. That is not soul crushing at all. That is so inspiring.
I plan for this shit. I plan for it when things don't go well.
I feel like you will make an amazing teacher.
Yeah, I mean, it's always something that I wanted to do. I had a really great history teacher in 6th grade when I was going through a lot of, I think it was 13 for any Europeans that don't get the grading system. But yeah, I had this great history teacher named Mr. Flaherty in 6th grade who really inspired me to want to teach. And it's like what's that film? I forget. I'm horrible with film names.
Dangerous Minds.
No, Dead Poet Society. Dead Poet
Society.
With Robin Williams.
I was obsessed with that when I was in Italy, and I had a little box with quotes from movies, but I didn't really stick with it. So eventually there were just 3 quotes. One was from the $1 Million Hotel,
Yeah.
and 2 of them were from Dead Poet Society. And I think I still remember them, but in Italian, no? No, I don't remember them.
It's okay.
Andai nei boschi per... Fuck. I don't remember.
Oh, Captain by Captain?
No, it was not. But basically, the bottom line was, and I went into the woods because yada yada yada. I didn't want to realize in my dying moment that I didn't live.
Yeah.
I was so fucking cool.
That's a cool one.
Oh, and then there's Ethan Hawke is put on the spot by Robin Williams, and then he came up with this amazing line: "The truth is a blanket that keeps your feet cold."
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't have enough truth to cover your entire body. Your feet are. I don't know what it was like in English.
Yeah, I mean, between Dead Poet Society and another great one is Good Will Hunting.
Yes.
That one,
God.
it's set in Boston, so it has I have a lot of connection to it.
Right.
And it's just a lot of inspiration and a lot of inspiring quotes from both of those films. Both starred Robin Williams as well.
Yeah, like you just mentioned 2 Robin Williams movies.
Oh, he's one of my all-time favorite actors and comedians.
Damn. You know, sometimes I feel relieved that, I mean, I'm sorry that he died and everything, but there are so many other people that kept doing stuff and then they were not good anymore. It's nice to go out with a bang.
Yeah, I mean, one of my other favorite actors, Jim Carrey, who also, he went from going from being like in the 90s being like one of the biggest stars in the world, then he did a lot more indie stuff with like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and then a lot of his later stuff is more serious stuff, like Truman Show. It's one of my favorite films of all time.
Boom.
I love that film so much. In fact, we have outside of my flat, like, because student accommodations, so outside of my door there is a poster of the Truman Show that I always, when I leave my flat or go in my flat, I will rub the poster, because it's a poster of Truman, like in the film with, I forget the actor's name, like how he just, touches Truman from the screen. It's kind of like a little good luck thing I do constantly.
Ah, I didn't remember that one. I'm gonna see if I can find the clip and use it. Oh yeah, meme.
Meme.
Describe a funny meme without showing it.
Okay.
And then you send it to me and I'll show it.
Yeah. So there's this cat, right? And it's in the shape. It's like it's a loaf of bread. It's laying flat, and it spins around in a circle, spewing gibberish.
Okay.
I've been told by my partner to not bring up brain-rotted memes, but this is the only one that makes sense.
Okay.
And it's funny to me.
Okay.
And they just had it on Times Square. It's a green screen backdrop with a cat just spinning around in circles, spouting gibberish, and I love it. It just makes me really happy with my stupid brain-rotted TikTok head.
Not getting it.
You'll see it. I'll show you it after.
Alright.
It's so dumb, but it makes me cackle.
Okay, the next one is called Don't Get Me Started. You pick a topic, item, person, and random. I give you a random.
Yeah.
And you have to give an angry rant about it.
I can do that. I'm really good at that.
Okay, cyclists.
Cyclists. Oh my god. Why they think they're cars.
Sorry. I give you the topic and then you go, don't get me started on blank.
Okay.
Okay, cyclists.
Don't get me started on cyclists. They think that they're cars. They have their side. They have their little area where they can go. They have bike lanes. They think they're cars. Especially in London. They just think they have the right of way every time. And they are just... motorcyclists, I hate a lot more. Actual cyclists with their line bikes, they're fine. But if they pretend they're cars and if they're getting into car lanes, they better be driving 25 miles per hour on their little tiny bicicleta.
Fantastic. Nerding about.
Oh, I love this one.
This segment is all about you talking about something you're passionate about. Bonus points if it is a niche and or unpopular like trains.
It's maybe not the most nichest, but the band My Chemical Romance.
Okay. Nerd about My Chemical Romance.
Oh, you're gonna have to stop me if I go over time, because this
Okay.
is gonna be a minute.
Can you say nerding about blank?
Nerding about My Chemical Romance. And the emo culture surrounding it. So, My Chemical Romance...
La mia romanticheria chimica.
Yes. I understood that. I have never heard that in Italian. That is interesting.
Yeah.
The band has... I've seen them twice. I've seen them once, because I saw them at the When We Were Young Fest in 2022. Yes, 2022. And they were headlining with Paramore, one of my favorite bands of all time. My Chemical Romance is Mikey Way, Gerard Way, Ray Toro, and their drummers are... They do different touring drummers nowadays, but the band has saved me in so many occasions. I have all their albums on vinyl, some on CD. Their music just... The way that they use the storytelling within their music, Gerard Way, the lead singer and the writer of the songs, tells stories that are so... I mean, one of the albums is just based off of a man and a woman who die on their wedding day, who were shot to death on their wedding day.
Okay.
And when the woman goes to heaven, the husband goes to hell. So the husband makes a deal with the devil, and the husband has to kill 1,000 evil men before he's able to go see his wife again. So he goes on this killing spree. He ends up in prison. He has to deal with being a man in prison. I'm not going to elaborate on that because the song's about that. But yeah, you can listen to the lyrics. You'll get the hint of what I'm trying to go on about here. But
Nice.
and then he kills 999 evil men, and he realizes the last person he has to kill is himself. So he kills himself, and then he goes back to hell, and the devil just tricked him. It's... I think the ending... I remember correctly that's the ending. But it's... My Chemical Romance is so cool. They have another... That's only their second album. First two albums, actually, I think. No, it's their second album. But it's just a really great band. And I'm seeing them back in Boston. They just reunited. And it's really, really cool. It's a lot of storytelling elements as well, which comes into my writing and my storytelling.
Hard question.
Go on.
Gerald
Way.
Way needs a kidney, and
Yes.
you are the only match.
Yes.
Yes.
Heartbeat. If that means that we can get
That's easy.
if that means we can get MCR5 their next album, I would do it in a heartbeat.
But you don't get to any perks. Like you don't get to meet him. You don't get like a thank you note. You didn't get anything.
But I'll give him the kidney. I don't need it.
Okay.
You don't need 2 kidneys, right?
No, you don't. Never a joy. This is about a time you came very close to a big win in your life, only to have it slip through your fingers. And can you please say that in Italian? Because never a joy is a literal translation of what we say in Italian.
Let's see. Mina gioia.
Mina gioia.
Mina gioia.
Mina gioia.
Mina gioia.
Mina gioia.
I need to work on my Italian.
Okay, so now you can say what happened, and then you say mina gioia.
All right. Maya gioia.
No,
Gioia.
Say
We'll say what happened and then say
yeah.
All right. So we had this TV unit at our school, and we had to write entire concept, work with somebody else, and then if it got voted by the entire class, it would move on to a different round, then it would eventually be made. So I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this project. It was a really unique idea, really high concept, but able to work on a very small budget. I had my entire heart and soul into this project, and as was the person I was working with. And unfortunately, it didn't get chosen. So Maya gioia.
Mina gioia.
Mina gioia.
Mina gioia. Also sorry about that.
That's okay.
Hear me out. You share an uncommon crush or food, animal, or place. Anyway, something that usually people don't find attractive, something unpopular. And you explain what makes them appealing to you. So you say the thing, and I say, what? And you go like, hear me out.
Okay.
Again, you got one?
God, it's gonna take me a hot minute. Okay. I gotta think. This one I've been thinking about for a minute.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hear me out. Okay.
If you have anything, it's okay. We have another segment we need to do.
Can I think about it and come back?
Did you do the homework about the 5 movies?
I did.
Okay, so then the rules. There is an extinction event about to happen. We can send a rocket into space with 5 movies that sum up the experience of being human. What do you send? What do you choose?
Okay. I choose... I've been talking about this entire time. So yeah, Perks of Being a Wallflower, 500 Days of Summer, Cars 2, and last 2 would be Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark, and then what would the last one be? I'm trying to think. The last one would be let me think. Toy Story.
Okay. Tell me why.
Okay. 500 Days of Summer and Perks of Being a Wallflower are great examples of the human struggle.
Yeah.
500 Days of Summer is a great example of how humans can create this entire vision in their head of what they want, of what they believe is going on. But
we call that, in Italian they're called the seghe mentali.
Seghe mentali.
Yeah, it's the literal translation is mental jack-off.
I love that. And then Perks of Being a Wallflower tells a story about... It's a lot about human struggle. It's about how, somebody transferring to a different school, being one of a very successful family, and then having a lot of struggles going on behind the scenes that nobody's really aware of. And that's a huge human thing. I'm going to skip over the third one that I mentioned, and we'll get back to that one at the end.
Okay.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. I think it's one of the most perfect films of all time. Spielberg did an incredible job. Lucas did an amazing job, both working on it. Harrison Ford's such a jackass. It's so much fun. This is less about humanity, and this is more about just, what we can make, and what I say is one of the most perfect films of all time.
So mankind is not about only mankind. It's
Exactly.
also about, we like telling stories.
Exactly.
Stories are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, because that was 3. What did I say was the last one?
Cars 2.
No, I said Toy Story.
Toy Story.
Yeah. So Toy Story is another one of them, another one of the storytelling ones. But it's also another great example of jealousy and another human struggle that we face consistently. I mean, in the original script for Toy Story, Woody genuinely was a narcissistic psychopath.
What?
Yeah, he tried to kill Buzz a lot of times. And in the actual film, that's still there in little bits.
Yeah.
But Woody's genuinely a psychopath, and I think it's amazing.
I didn't know that.
It's great.
I watched that. You know, the Winnie the Pooh, the horror movies.
Yeah.
I hope that once the trademark on Toy Story expires, somebody makes Woody psychopath serial
well.
killer. Yeah.
That would be in
Oh my
20.
God.
I think that'd be in 2090.
I'll see you there.
2099 or something like that.
I'll see you there, Jack.
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
And then last one.
Cars 2.
Cars 2 is the most fun film that you will ever watch. I do not recommend watching that film sober, but you can. But watching it on substances that I definitely have not done, and I will allegedly. Okay, so the first Cars film is a simple story. You know,
Okay.
you get this famous race car driver, Lightning McQueen. Well, he's just a car, not a driver.
Who plays it?
Who plays Lightning McQueen? I'm pretty sure it was Owen Wilson. Yeah, it was Owen Wilson.
Nice.
And then he goes over to this town of what they'd call Hicks, or like is what it's called in America, and then they teach him, a lesson about not being a dickhead and being a car.
And that's Cars 1.
Yeah, that's Cars 1.
Cars
But
2.
Cars 2. Oh, here we go. Cars 2. You get the side character from the first film, Mater, who's this southern car, who's dumb. Turn him into James Bond. Have him going to London and saving the Cars universe version of the Queen, and meeting the Cars Pope, and meeting and outrunning people that are like cars that are trying to kill him. It's and then aside from, I don't even remember what else happens in Cars 2 other than that amazing plot point, but the writers must have been on so many illegal substances. Aliens need to see, anybody needs to see that. If you have not seen Cars 2, find time in your life to go see Cars 2. It's one of the craziest films, and it will make you rethink your life choices. Anyways, that's enough about Cars 2.
Okay, so another great part of the human condition is using aids to alter your perception of reality.
Yeah!
And having a visual stimuli to go with that.
Sure, I mean,
Love
yeah.
Okay, I think we covered a lot of ground and it's getting late. So, last question. No? You pick the question to ask the next guest.
Gotcha. Let's see.
You don't get to know who is the next guest.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha. What are wasn't it the list I have to choose from, or?
no, you ask.
Oh God. Okay. Let's see. Okay, because it's just a difficult one. I would say for the next guest, choose one film that you think accurately represents the future of mankind.
The future.
Yeah.
Okay, love it.
Yeah.
Okay, that was it from me.
Perfect.
Now we have the last. Okay, whoa, I almost got your eye.
That's alright.
Okay, so pick any marker you like
Gotcha.
and sign anywhere you want. Not on the apple.
Not on the apple.
I'll save the apple for later.
Alright, here you go.
Top. Okay. Back you go. Slave. Okay, that was it.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Luigi, a pleasure.
Let's do a pose like, you know when presidents shake hands and then
Yeah.
people take picture? Which camera are you looking at?
I'm looking at mine.
Oh, I'm looking at. Okay, so let's
It's
look
that one,
both of
okay.
yours. Okay, now both of the master. Okay, now both of them. Done.
Wunderbar.
Again. Cut.